Hi Kevin, I have something a bit different for you today. We already know that Terran is imbalanced, so no need to beat the dead horse on that one. But I believe the map Submarine is even more imbalanced. The insane short rush distance, super open third base with a tiny ramp to high ground. I've only gotten 2 base pushed on this map. Now this guy decides to push with 5 tanks of 2 base and a crazy amount of bio. How is it possible on this map to hold such a push when I know it's coming, but he can arrive instantly and set up an insane position? I got Archons and Charged out quickly for the push, but it just wasn't enough. Master 1, 5k MMR, NA server. Thanks, Lone Wanderer. And here we are in the game. With my friend, Lone Wanderer. Alright, Lone Wanderer. Now, let's have a look. So, you already assumed that Terran is overpowered. I can live with that, you know? For now. we're just gonna assume what you said. And then afterwards you say that the map is broken. So you say the third base. What did you say exactly about the third base? Third base with a tiny ramp to high ground. I mean, this isn't really that tiny, but... Oh. I think he's taking the wrong third, guys. Okay, so this is not the right map to take because there's an insane high ground with a ramp there. This base is way easier to keep. I'm not even sure how he thought that this was the correct third base, but that's irrelevant for now, as we're just gonna have a look at his opener, see what he does exactly, and then from there on out we'll see if A, if Terran is overpowered, and B, if tank pushes are too good on this map. Submarine's a difficult map to play, I'll give him that. I don't like it too much against Terran myself. I still think it's better than some of the maps, but it really could be worse, honestly. So we see him building one too many probes. You're supposed to get 20 Cybercore, 20 Nexus, 20 Pylon, and then you piss off back with your probe. You start a probe and then a simulator at 21. Now what's gonna happen is he's gonna build a Pylon probe. Well, he forgets his probe, and then you're supposed to build a simulator after. But I don't know. It's not great. If you have your Cybercore in time, you're gonna get a small supply block in this case. But I don't think he had his Cybercore on time, so perhaps it's fine. No, Cybercore was a bit late. Hey, it's okay for now. I can live with it. He opens with Stalker. Usually you go into Warp Gate straight away because you're not playing Stargate if you open Stalker, but I guess maybe he forgot. I don't know. Well, we're not going to be too nitpicky, even though this guy's pretty good, right? Masters 1, I think he said. 5k MMR. That's high level stuff. It's high level stuff. No, it's a Twilight. Okay, then in that case, he definitely should have started his Warp Gate. That's actually a very big error. He starts scouting around because he saw full wall. I appreciate that he's doing that. I think it's definitely a good call. His opponent is opening Marine into Fast Factory, reactored more Marines. No, that's nice. I can live with that. For how safe he is with scouting around, he's really not that safe with his unit movement. I mean, if like a Reaper comes by at this point, he doesn't have a second unit, still no start on the Warp Gate. That's actually really quite bad. If he gets blinked before Warp Gate, I'm gonna be real upset. So he gets a second gateway. That's a good timing for a second gateway. He chrono boosts the third unit. You never have to do that, honestly. He also sees the CC timing, etc. So he's gonna be completely fine. He gets a Robo, so this means either DT drop or it means Robo and then blink. Could be the 4 gate if he hadn't forgotten Warp Gate, but it can also just be 3 gate blink, honestly. Okay, so he gets Robo and blink before Warp Gate. I'm not gonna be too mad about him forgetting Warp Gate, right? Mistakes happen, and that's just something, you know, that you know, that happens, you know. Mistakes happen. That's it, guys. That's it. Leave him alone. He tries his best. He's 5k MMR on America. So he gets a third gas, no fourth gas, indicating then he's gonna take a fast third base, I guess over here. It's important when you play this build that you get very fast observers and you use 1 chrono boost on the first observer. Second observer stays at home. I even like to get 1 battery in one of the bases in case you're playing against Banshee, especially if they play either gas first or barracks first Marine. That means any kind of tech is going to be a little bit faster. He's not chrono boosting this. Third base goes down, so he's going to be going into charge slots behind this. A third gate is on the way. Where? Over here. And he has started his warp gate at this point. So him actually missing the warp gate in this case is not going to be that big of a deal because he's playing against banshees. Still hasn't chrono boosted the second or supply block. It's a little bit of a nasty supply block, honestly. It's not that nice. Yeah, it's not great. We see... What's the opponent actually doing? Opponent, well, he was going to do a 5 tank push, if I recall correctly, is what I meant said. Now, Banshee's coming in, is going to get spotted by this pylon, so should not be too much of an issue to deal with, right? Observer could just come into position. Where are the... I don't think he saw it. Okay, then this is really going to suck. Robo Bay. Okay, so this Banshee is doing a lot of damage, which that's really bad already. This is why I usually say 1 battery. What? Why would he? Oh, he didn't have energy here. Okay, I can live with it. He probably also could have just started an observer and be done already, but what was it? 9 kills. 9 kills on the Banshee. Now, the reason this pisses me off, this Robo Bay, is because now he's not playing a proper build order anymore. Whenever you play Robo Bay, you need to take 4 gas before third base and get a Robo Bay. Otherwise, you just can't he can't afford all of this. All right, this is a bit. So the reason why it's important to follow build orders properly is because otherwise bad things happen. Like he's just not going to have enough gas for any of this basically. His Colossus is going to start way too late. Against a regular 3 Rex he would have died as well. Usually you're supposed to have 2 Colossi against that. He's barely going to have 1. Now this is a bit like, imagine you're a cook, okay? And you're going to make a tomato sauce for your pasta. So you boil the water, you put in the spaghetti, start chopping up the garlic and stuff, you know, your onions, maybe a carrot, like a stick of celery, whatever. You throw it all in there. And don't forget we're making some tomato-based sauce, right? You fry it a bit, and then instead of using the tomatoes, you use horse poop. So you throw in the horse poop, you know, you put everything together, you spin the thing, you know, to make it all real small. And then you serve it to your family. Your family goes, what the hell is this? It's, well, it's tomato sauce. It's like, no, that is not tomato sauce. What you're doing here is not Blink Robo Bay. This is horse poop mixed with garlic, my friend. That is the real issue that we're having right here. Because you're not going to have enough gas. Like, if you're following a build order, you need to follow it properly. You can't just use some of the things that you think might be good. Like, if you're following someone else's build order, your thoughts are pretty irrelevant. You're just going to be using that until you're familiar with the build order, and then you can start thinking about changing things. You're not going to be changing how much gas you need, because you're always going to need more gas. You can't afford anything, dude. Like, you're struggling to get a first Colossi out. You can't even afford thermal lens yet. Your first Colossi... Usually a 3 Rex push hits at 630. 630. You have 7 units. He has 21 Marines. This has nothing to do with the map. You could be playing on Earth, and this guy could be playing on the moon. And he would still be in time to kill you, because you just have absolutely nothing. It's just... You also took the wrong third base. I knew that after I read your email, obviously. Like, how is this possible, dude? Like, you have no units. You just build nothing. Oh, press the wrong button. I'm back. Oh! We're gonna keep this in. Armor, charge, a cannon, because okay, like, look, I love cannons, don't get me wrong. I think they're great against mine drops and all of that, but you just scouted a dude building like 5 tanks, right? You saw it with your observer. Like, you know he's on 2 base for now. Like, your priority is not getting cannons. Your priority is getting more than 3 units out in the next 5 minutes. Like, the first 7 minutes haven't been too hot, my friend. Like, the next 7 better be something for real. Like, I didn't even completely mind this. You know, there's not that many Marauders. If you know how to kite. If you had gas, well, you have gas now, but if you had gas at the time for thermal land, this is not a move, I think. Like, I think he can just kill you. But, no. Okay, he's just gonna set up his position. Okay, you have vision over here. You might want to keep the vision. before we go into an engagement, right? So you see kind of where the tanks are positioned. Now, what you're doing here is, first of all, you need to get thermal lens. It's very important with this build order. I like this flank though. This is a good flank. You might want to sync it up with the rest of your army though. Hey, you'll get 2 tanks, but this is not supposed to happen, man. You gotta be kidding me. You're lucky this guy wasn't paying attention. Otherwise, I would have flamed you for this move. No thermal lens yet. Why do you keep your observer here? Do you think that having detection around your Colossi is going to be more important than seeing his army movement, my friend? I don't think so. You actually had a decent hold despite everything. Not because you did anything right, but just, you know, sometimes even clowns get lucky. It is where, you know, the gambler wins the jackpot or something like that. You know, it was a bad decision to go gamble, but you won. It's like it's some weird type of fallacy, I think. Not sure which one. You guys in the comments can figure that out. Now, no vision whatsoever what's happening. You don't even know if he has a third base or not. Just casually taking a fort. I don't mind you taking this fort base, by the way, because then you can transfer your workers away from here. You don't have to deal with this position anymore. Okay, so you meet him in the middle randomly. You have no vision. You get shelled down, lose 2 Colossi for free, lose 3 Colossi for free. And this is it. Did you send me a 9-minute replay? I really should start checking how long replays are. Oh no. 4 tanks in position. Maybe this guy just sits back for a bit. We can get a game out of this. So start your Colossi. Or he was not on 2 base. You told me he was on 2 base. I was expecting a 5 Rex, my friend. This guy just macro is getting +2 and everything. Just doing a couple of pushes here and there. And you're down 40 supply. This is one hell of an engagement. You up the ramp in a choke. I'm confused who let you in in the Masters 1 League, my friend. I feel like we should keep a guy at the gate, just like they do with Heaven, you know, so we have someone to blame if someone like you get let in. Like, holy crap, dude. This is very, very impressive. You still have absolutely no vision. Okay, you have a little bit of vision of his army now, for once. Like, you'd be... No, are we gonna go? No vision of where the tanks are? No, okay, just go in. It's working out. I absolutely hate that this is working out, because... Yeah, okay, this makes me happy then that he's gonna do a drop here. That's good. What you're doing here, imagine you were a soldier in the army. And I'm the general. And after a while I'd get a call. General, I have good news and bad news. The good news is, I know where the enemy is. The bad news is, in order to figure it out, I had to get shot. Like, the way you're figuring out where your opponent is by rushing into an area. Then you meet him, you go like, okay, his army is here. Now I have to decide whether I actually want to fight or not. Most of the time it's already too late. You already took like 7 tank shots. You're already in the fight. No real decision making beforehand. Just, oh crap, I guess we're fighting now. Some casual chilling here. I mean, there's actually no hurry for you to do anything anymore. Despite all your shortcomings, you actually managed to get into a game somewhat. Like, you're still behind, or well, you're behind now. I'm not a massive fan of this attack though. Into a siege position. Once again, you do the same thing, you know. You get shot in the head, you go like, oh, I guess I shouldn't have been here. You lose like 15 supply. Then you realize it probably wasn't a fight to take. Then we have, I mean, you know, 4 bases of this. You're in trouble, man. You're gonna need disruptors or something at this point. You're gonna need secondary tech. You're gonna need to start harassing with zealots. You're gonna need some damn vision on the map, my dude. Look at this move. Look at this move. So, I almost missed this. That would have been so sad. So this guy. So first of all, we have this move, right? Okay, he pulls back, loses 20 supply. We've seen this. Then you see the single marauder on the left side. Half HP, 1/1 upgrades. 0 vision on the map. Okay, we have some vision here. What does our hero decide to do? Sends his sends his entire army to the left side. Entire army. Look at the vision. Look at the vision. No clue what's going on. Pumpy umpy dum. Kills the Marauder, moves back over here. Still no clue if the opponent is siege here at this point. Is there a drop coming here? Is there a 4 drop coming here? Like, no clue whatsoever. Just moves across the map again. No clue if there's a run by. I think, man, this guy's absolutely loving life. Hey, that's an interesting EMP. And this is a good run by. I appreciate that. I actually do appreciate that. That's good stuff, dude. I'm proud of you for that. This part, I'm not quite sure if Proud covers the load here, right? You lose your entire army for it feels like the 5th time this game. This looks like 7 Colossus. 5 Colossus have gone down. How can you be losing trades if you're playing Colossus? That's not really a thing usually, my friends. That's really impressive. I'm truly impressed, yeah. You can say that. You definitely can say that. I mean, it's a good run by. He gets a couple of worker kills. Problem being, of course, that he has no units on the other side of the map. He's fighting against 2/2 upgrades while he himself only has +1 armor. And I think this is gonna be it. This was a good replay though, man. I love it. Masters won America. That's just absolutely great. Absolutely, Masters won. That's very impressive. I guess our hero is gonna stay in for a bit longer here. He's down 100 supply. We might as well try, right? Still has the annoying base with the tiny ramp up. Didn't think of clearing the rocks either, you know. After being pushed here 7 times, these rocks, they might come in handy later on in the game. Haven't really come in handy, but definitely would have been handy to kill those. Big Mulage. We're just gonna skip through this a bit. Like he's really just wasting our time at this point. And we don't want that, Lone Wanderer. You've already wasted my brain power. You've made me mad, and now here you are wasting my time as well, and I ain't standing for it. So a couple of EMPs, good Viking shots, and GG gets caught. Now, quick look at the email once again, right? The map is imbalanced. The map is difficult against Darren, I agree, but not because the 3rd base is hard to hold. You just took the wrong 3rd base. Your build order was horse poop, let's not forget about that. Your micro was interesting. Your vision was non-existent. Your unit movement was, I'm not even sure interesting is quite as rare. I haven't seen that before. The way you decide to move across the map, the confidence you had in your army, despite it being terrible, I also find something that was great. You know, it's kind of as if you would go to the auction house for like high-level art and you'd show like a macaroni painting, you know, you had to glue the macaronis on the paper. I remember doing that when I was in elementary school. That's kind of what your army movement felt like. I just honestly, like the map really isn't, like it's bad, but it's not imbalanced. And Terran also isn't imbalanced, my friend. You just really, really, really suck. Alright. That's gonna be it for today. If you did like this episode, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel up here. I have other things up there and more over here, which you can all click. So, thank you very much. See you all next time. Bye bye.